I'm going off script already. So I don't even know why I wrote this, honestly. When, I really struggled to put into words, how can I, kind of illustrate everything that Youngstown State means to me. And I was talking, last night to Coach Tiff, and I was like, how can I put together a story that's going to explain that I came here just hoping to play some softball, and I left with a best friend whose kids call me Aunt Jordan, and I got a job in Columbus where I met my fiance. I mean, it's just such a cool part of life, and I'm truly honored. So I'm going to try, but I don't know that words can do it justice. So I'd like to thank everyone for being here today, and congratulations to all of the other nominees. I'm super grateful that my family and my friends and my former teammates can all come together. That's like one of my favorite things, is when I can bring people from different areas of my life and we all get to hang out. I definitely want to send a special congratulations to my teammate Haley Thomas, who we played next to each other in the outfield for 4 years, and we had a lot of success and we had a lot of struggle. So we've kind of been through it all together, and I'm really glad that on this day for both of us, we get to do this together as well. I am just really, when I think of my time at Youngstown State, I'm happy that I ended somewhere that was such a good fit for me. Years ago, when I was kind of involved in the recruiting process, my parents were asking me a lot of questions, like, did I want to go to a small school or did I want to go to a big school? What kind of role did I want to play on the team? And I was, a teenager, and I was like, I don't care. I just want to play softball. Really good questions that if, anyone out there is considering looking at schools right now, you should definitely answer those. I just kind of, brushed them off. So I got a call from Youngstown State, and I'll be honest, I had never heard of Youngstown in my life. And we came out for our first visit, and we were driving down Fifth Avenue, and I said, I have to come here. This place is awesome. My dad was like, whoa, chill. Like, let's get out of the car first. There was just something about the drive down Fifth Avenue and, seeing the football stadium, and I was like, I know this is the spot for me. I remember, just kind of having this awesome excitement, like nothing could go wrong. My freshman season, a lot of things went wrong. It was full of teachable moments. I'm not going to get into all the details, but we only won 8 games out of 53. So it's just, everyone always has that reaction. It's kind of, a lot of people are like, you played that many games? I'm like, oh, we did. I was there for every one of them. At the time, so this was our freshman year, all 8 teams made the Horizon League tournament at the end of the season. So us, with our 8 wins, we were going. My best friend who's here today, Christina Rendell, in her first at bat, hit the only home run she's ever hit in her life. There was a drop ball that was like this far off the ground, and she sent that thing over the right field fence, and I'm like, this is it, baby, we're winning it all. The dugout was crazy. It was, just the most energetic atmosphere, and we lost 2 games and went home. So I wish that story ended differently, because we really thought it was going to. So that year, however, and even the ending of that year, I think is what I'm the most proud of our time here. We believed right down to the very last second. I was like, this is going to happen. In that year, all the struggles that we had, it just kind of propelled and motivated us for the next 3 years. We worked relentlessly to try to get back into that tournament. So after our first year, only the top 6 teams made it. And that was our goal, is we had to get back in. We had to go back. I think of, your proudest moments, and I think of just being with my teammates and putting in the work to change the culture and to change the mindset of the program. And it is hard. And I watched people put in extra time, and I watched people call each other out and hold each other accountable. And I'm so proud and honored that I had the opportunity to work with such a wonderful group of women. The next year, we won 13 games. And the year after that, 22, and then my senior year, 29, and we did end up making it back to the conference tournament. So I can't stand up here and tell you that we won a conference tournament or a conference championship or anything, but I know as many inductees and people have mentioned today, that it was a building block for success going forward. And I hope that when my teammates look back on that success, they realize how important, or that struggle and the triumph and the working to get back to the tournament, they realize how important it is to future success at this university. There are a lot of people that I need to thank for my time here. First of all, Coach Campbell. When I think about our 4 years together, I have it written down here that he believed in me, and people are like, well, if he's your coach, of course you did. Well, I came in as a pitcher, and I'm here as an outfielder. So, and we only won 8 games my freshman year. So when I say he believed in me, he really believed in me. One of our first practices, I said, you're not actually going to put me in the outfield in a game. And he was like, well, I'm kind of planning on it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I remember thinking at the time, like, all right, this might not be the vision that you had, but you're still having fun and you're really enjoying it. And I appreciate for you giving me that opportunity. Especially when I had back-to-back errors at Wright State. That would have been a good time to maybe move on and choose another outfielder. I mean, who hits the ball to right field 3 times in a row? Seriously. A couple of you were there. You remember it. I also need to thank Coach Tiff. We've always called her Coach Tiff. Tiffany Pattison, who's now Tiffany Jordan. She could not be here today. Coach Tiff's knowledge of the game is irreplaceable, but her leadership as a strong and competitive woman, I think, is something that we all needed at the time. The stuff that she was able to do at practice was amazing, but her building our confidence and competitive edge was, I think, did more for us than any skill could. I look up to her as a woman. I look up to her as a coach. And I often think, how would she handle this situation? Because I think of her as, the most highest honor. I also need to thank my teammates, many of who are here today. I can sit here and tell story after story of the struggles and the challenges, but many of you were there and you just can't put it into words. I appreciate you. I appreciate the hard work that we all had and we all did, but I have to say, and I didn't know how to word it, we just had fun. It was a lot of fun. When I think back on our time together, it's just a lot of smiles and laughing, and I know we're going to be doing that all day, so thank you. Love you guys. Lastly, I need to thank my parents. I can't thank them enough for driving and flying me all over the country just to play softball, and I've never handled losing very well, so the fact that they did that and then stuck around and dealt with me after the games, I really appreciate, because sometimes it took days for me to get over things. We've gotten a little bit better at that. I really, more recently as a coach myself, have appreciated the fact that my choice to come here was mine alone. They never pressured me to go to a school close to home. They never pressured me to go to the school that, I don't even know if they did think one was better than the other. But this was my choice, and they've been on board ever since, and I love them for that. And I know that without their love and support, I would not be up here today. And I can't put into words how much I appreciate them. So thank you all again. Congratulations to everybody else. And thank you, Youngstown.